Well, even as pro-Jallikattu protests continue, Asaduddin Owaisi now makes it communal. He has tweeted that the Jallikattu protest is a lesson for Hindutva forces. Uniform civil code cannot be imposed. This nation cannot have one culture. We celebrate all. That is what Asaduddin Owaisi says on Twitter. And that statement now kicking up a storm with questions being raised on whether Mr. Owaisi is trying to give it a communal color at a time when this is being touted as a people's movement, as a people's issue. Why is it that uniform civil code is being connected to this? And of course, he is trying to suggest that there is an imposition of one culture which people are resisting at the moment. Our correspondent Paul is on the phone line with me. Paul, first of all, give us all the details of what Mr. Owaisi has said on Twitter. What exactly is the statement he has made and in what context?
Well, it's surprising how Asaduddin Owaisi always manages to stoke up controversy using Twitter. This time he has tweeted saying, Jallikattu protest, lesson for Hindutva forces, uniform civil code cannot be imposed. This nation cannot have one culture, we celebrate all. Well, in fact, even before, for a very long time, Asaduddin Owaisi has been saying that the uniform civil code cannot be imposed on this nation as we are a diverse country and each state has its own culture. Yes. And we cannot be brought under one umbrella. And he's always been defending it by saying that it has to be brought in the public platform, it has to be debated. A questionnaire that was given out was really biased according to him. And he just seems to be reinforcing his thought in this tweet as well. Here he is saying that the Hindutva forces should understand that the huge, massive movement that has been brought about in Chennai and other parts of Tamil Nadu should come as a message for those who are trying to... Yes, but
Paul, this is such a misrepresentation of facts. Where did the Hindutva forces come in this? Because this is a diktat, this is an order from the Supreme Court on an appeal to reconsider the ban on Jallikattu. The Supreme Court, right ahead of Pongal, had said the ban stays. So where is the question of imposition of one culture when it's the Supreme Court involved? Let me go across to GVL Narasimha Rao of the BJP. GVL, yes, how do you respond to Mr. Owaisi's statement where he says that this once again reeks of an imposition of one culture which people are resisting at the moment?
No, I think Owaisi is somehow trying to perpetuate the gender injustice that is carried out in his own community, rather than speaking up for reform in the community. And if political leaders like Owaisi also speak to perpetuate such injustice, it only reinforces the impression that these are forces that are trying to appease a section of the community for their own political interest and have no concern of the well-being of the community as such.
Right, but you know, the last time we heard Mr. Owaisi, he was talking about lifting the Hajj subsidy. So is it now back to square one? Because he's using the opportunity here to bring up the issue of uniform civil code, saying that is not acceptable, and the Jallikattu protest is symptomatic of that sentiment.
No, uniform civil code is being currently debated, and I think whatever his views are, I think he has to publicly can air those views. But unfortunately, his views seem to be as old dated as the views of some of the bigots in the community. So rather than speak like a communal bigot, Owaisi should speak as a parliamentarian and speak for the interest of the entire community and not a section of it.
Okay.